Listen. So if you guys have never joined us on one of these little live streams, this may be your first one. I think it's going to be a doozy of a one, because a couple of years back on the A to Z show, for those of you guys who've been following us since then, we've done a little show, a little movie trivia show called CineClash that we used to do with like 3 live contestants. It's been a couple of years since we've done it, but we figured what better way than to redo this little series, this little movie trivia show, but with everyone who joins us on these little LME live stream chats. So for everyone who's joined, as you can see them right there, shout out to you guys. In a little bit, we're going to be playing this movie trivia game. We're doing it today on Sunday, but pretty much the way that it's gone is we have a whole playlist of weekly live streams that we do here. We love talking to you guys on the live chat, but also talking about the newest movies that are out and such. Hopefully you guys can hear me and everything's coming in okay. Just want to make sure, because usually we have some live stream testing issues there, so hopefully it's all okay before we start doing the actual movie trivia. But the way that I was going to break it down was, at least for the rest of April, since we're all for the most part locked inside, every Friday I wanted to play the CineClash game, which pretty much is going to be a series of questions, and you guys are going to be able to play it on the chat. But after every 5 questions, for like when we're doing quotes, the last one is going to be up for a prize. We'll do one with like fan art, like the one that you see right there, obviously being E.T. and Lion King. A little game like that, and whoever guesses the 6th question, it's going to be up for a prize. Then we also have a movie trivia one, depending on how this goes, because this is the first time we've done CineClash with a live chat. It can get a little tricky, but for the most part, we appreciate you guys joining us here. As I said, every Friday we're going to try to do this, and then moving our Monday live streams, or I guess moving them to the Monday live streams, what would be the sort of reviews that we do for the week. We know movie theaters aren't open, but there's still a lot of like VODs that are coming out. So like I said, at least for the rest of April, we want to make Fridays the CineClash movie trivia day. Try to get you guys some movies while you're at home. And then on Mondays, talk about said movies and what's out. So let us begin. Again, a big shout out to everyone who's in the chat. Someone's saying that the audio is pretty good. People saying hi. Shout out to you guys. Let's play a little bit of this game right here. For those of you guys who don't know, if you've never seen it on the A to Z show, this is an even simpler version, all right? So it goes as follows. CineClash, it's movie trivia. Like I said, we used to have contestants on, but this time we got ourselves the inside edition, since we're all inside and nowhere else. Like I said, we're going to break it down into 3 categories. The first sets of questions that I have are quotes, and then after that, I'm going to be dealing with fan art, and then after that, I'm going to be dealing with just regular movie trivia. So in total, I want to say today we have, what's 6 times 3? 18. We have a total of 18 questions. Again, for each category. The first 5 questions are going to be just for fun, up for grabs, anyone who gets them. After that, I hear someone saying that it's a little glitchy. Hopefully it stops glitching. But as long as you guys can see the questions, because they're mostly still. Like I said, every section is going to have 5 questions. The last one is up for you guys to win. The way that we're doing it, and it's super simple here, as I cut back to the chat over here. I got Alina over here helping me out with this. The first person in the chat, there's no way to cheat this. Back in the day, we used to have contestants. Oh, I knew they were looking at their Google screens. Oh, I knew they had an earpiece in. Here, for the most part, the questions are clear cut. It's whoever answers first.
Yep,
the
first
chat
person on my screen.
Yeah, you know, sometimes we would get a little glitch. Like someone said, we have a glitch going on. And there's no glitching in the chat. It's even got a timestamp. So the first person to answer it correctly with all of them will be able to get the prize. And the prize goes as follows. Pretty much, you're just going to DM us on Twitter. If you've ever seen an LME, it's that ending at. You just follow us. It's even in the description. DM us there. If you don't have a Twitter, I would suggest getting a Twitter, because this is a free movie. You message us there, we'll verify you, and then you get your free movie. It's as simple as that. Now, for those of you who are ready to play this game, we got 5 quotes to see who are the ones who guess it. So I'm going to name the quote. I'm going to give you guys a couple of seconds with some music playing in the background. Alina will let me know who is the first winner who appears on the chat. So for the first CineClash question on this Inside Edition is the quote, "I heard you paint houses." A movie that came out last year. I heard you paint houses.
Ed got it.
I love how we're in a little bit of a delay, but we do have a winner. Boom, 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 boom. It is, in fact, let me see. The Irishman, which is originally called I Heard You Paint Houses. Really cool little note there. Martin Scorsese actually called the movie I Heard You Paint Houses after the novel. Netflix wanted it to be, we want it to be The Irishman. Martin Scorsese was like, sure. Nowhere in The Irishman does it say The Irishman. He, in fact, put the title to be I Heard You Paint Houses. The winner for that one was? Ed. If I go up and you can see all the people right here. Everyone had guessed Ed. Everyone had guessed Ed, but there's something that the chat doesn't do, and that is lie. No matter how much the screen glitches, Ed right there is our winner, The Irishman. So that's the way that it's going to roll. I know it's a couple of seconds late, so for the most part, I want to say I'm going to play the music for 10 seconds and then announce whatever the winner is and announce the answer as well. So, Ed is the winner for that one, but the next one in quotes we have. The quote is, so we just going to ignore the bear then? It's a bear. Another movie that came out last year. Many may enjoy it. Some people didn't like it. But we'll see who guesses this one. So we just gonna ignore the bear then? It's a bear. Ed again. Ed, you maniac.
You on top of your game.
Ed, I know you're on top of your game, but Ed again with Midsommar. It is, in fact, last year's 2019 masterpiece, I would say. Midsommar, When They See a Bear. They even sold a bear. A24 gets a little crazy with their movies. They release some of the most sickest material.
They do.
And then come up with memes for their advertisements. So it's the craziest thing in the world.
I will have to say this. Someone in the chat did say they had 2 monitors. One specifically for the chat and one for the questions. Where you at?
Hey.
Where you at?
They on the 3rd monitor is what it seems like. But Ed has 5 monitors from what I know. So Ed so far has 2 points. Now, again, all of these are just open for whatever, all right? Some people saying the Ed guy's cheating. Yo, Ed just smarter than you guys.
Ed is me.
I am Ed. All right. We got the next one. All right. This is the 3rd one. So we have 3 more that we're still going to do as practice ones before we get to the big one. And I swear if Ed takes all 3, I am not feeding Ed for the entire month of April. This is why I said I was going to be a tester. Okay. For the 3rd quotes, we have, and everybody pay attention, all right? It's whoever's fastest on the keyboards right here. The quote, you took everything from me. I don't even know who you are. You will. Another 2019 movie. A little bit. I think it was a little indie darling.
A little bit.
The quote is, you took everything from me. I don't even know who you are. You will. Ed, I swear. Bruh, I don't know. Does Ed have a faster Wi-Fi than anybody else? It is, in fact, Endgame. Endgame is the one that had us, and I was telling you this not too long ago. I personally think that they're going to do something with Scarlet Witch. And this quote saying, you took everything from me. I don't even know who you are. I don't think she's responding to Thanos when she says, you will. She's responding to us because if you haven't read the comics, this lady kills half of the X-Men.
She does.
The X-Men aren't even in the MCU, so imagine we finally get the X-Men and she kills half of them. We're going to remember who she is. So far, I am remembering who Ed is. I don't know what's up with the game. I have no idea. If Ed continues winning every single one, Ed has beat CineClash, and I guess it's all over from there. But I have faith that the rest of you will be faster, or at least I'm hoping that the rest of you will be faster, because we got 2 more practice ones before we get to the one who wins. And I will say this. I do have a little bit of a loop that I'm going to throw you guys when it comes to the one you win the award for, because that one is a twofer.
It is.
But we'll get there. The next one in quotes. I love everyone's like, I give up, because Ed. All right, guys. The next one in quotes, as follows. This is how I win. No, it's not Ed. This is how I win.
Is how Ed wins.
Edwin. Got a couple of responses, but none of them are there. This is how I win.
Felipe.
Oh, we got a new one! Somebody else is alive! Oh, hold on, let me pause it over here because I got the split ones going over there. Felipe! Let me go a little bit back. The obvious answer to this one is This Is How I Win from the motion picture Uncut Gems right there. I believe that one went to, as I scroll back, someone had said Saw. We also had some people saying a couple of different answers from Fight Club to 1917. But Felipe Ray right there. Congratulations, man. You won. So you see, we do have a little bit of a difference there. All right. It just depends on who comes in faster. Or who knows the movies. Maybe the first ones were a couple easier. True. We got one last one before we play it for real. All right. Let me see. Now everyone's saying Uncut Gems. Ed just said he doesn't know. I'm a little disappointed. I thought Ed was gonna kill us all right here. All right. You guys got that one right there. The final one for the practicing quote. So this is up for everybody. And after that, we're going to do the one that's up for the prize. The quote is, "There's no place like home." This one's going to hit for some people who's stuck at home right now. But it's a classic. There's no place like home. Woo! We have a winner. There's no place like home from the motion picture, The Wizard of Oz. Guess who knew that?
Who was it?
Ed, on a damn yellow brick road to winning every single damn one of these. All right. Those have been our 5 for our first, the first third of this show. So it's time to wrap up the first third of this show with one of the big questions. All right. Ed has been winning most of them so far, but Ed can win every single one, just like the Patriots did that one year in 2017, broke the record. But if you don't win the final one, does it matter? Does it? I think so. But you don't get the movie, though. So for the final one, and this is a big one, let me make sure. Let's clear out everybody. Let's read what everyone's going on here. Everyone get the Wizard of Oz out of their system. There's going to be a 2 for here. Let me lay down the rules like I said. You guys already got one part of the rule as it goes. The first person to answer on the chat, I don't care if you have 5G already in your area and you think it posted faster, whatever appears on the chat. Second rule being no cheating. You guys may not follow that. So that's why we got the third one here. You have to answer this twofer all together. You can't give me one title and then the other title. They gotta be together. You can have one in front of the other. That's okay. But the first person to give me the title to both of these films is the winner. I'm gonna give you 2 quotes, 2 separate films. I need both movies to win. First one to do it. This one's for the prize. Here we go. The quote is, "You're fond of me lobster, ain't ye?" Second quote, "I didn't know you were a painter." For the win. The first quote is, "You're fond of me lobster, ain't ye?" Second quote, "I didn't know you were a painter." The person to give both of these movies wins. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner.
Whose answer do you accept?
I'm going to show it right now. "Ye fond of me lobster, ain't ye? And I didn't know you were a painter" come from 2 indie movies, 2 indie darlings from last year. The Lighthouse and Portrait of a Lady on Fire. I believe Portrait of a Lady on Fire is on Hulu. The Lighthouse, I would not recommend during these. I don't think it's streaming, but I would not recommend because it is the most claustrophobic movie you could see. All right, switching over to the chat, showing you guys how this worked. The first person who came in here to give a story, did someone retract it or what happened?
No, I'm showing you the 2.
Is Pop? Yeah, I got it. Pablo Perez, The Lighthouse and Portrait of a Lady on Fire. As you can see, so close to it. I believe Felipe gave us 1, and then he knew right away. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, don't give 1 because if someone has the second one, it's going to give it away. But Pablo had them both, so Pablo, this is all you got to do. Hit us up over at Let Me Explain as soon as this is over on Twitter. We'll respond to you, verify you, and send over your... the way I've been trying to do it is $20 Amazon gift cards, so that way, as many of you know, a lot of the movies have been releasing their theatrical stuff as VODs, which means video on demand. Yep. So those are the 3 awards we're going to be giving out. Our first winner, all y'all thought it was going to be Ed. Watch Ed come back for the other 2. But so far it's Pablo. So Pablo, hit us up on Twitter.
Golf clap.
That said, we're not done here. Next up is the fan art. So for those of you who don't know this one right here, it's going to be as simple as this. We are going to show you a fan art that doesn't show any titles or anything. It's very similar to what you're seeing in the thumbnail right here. You're going to have to guess, E.T. or Lion King, whatever you think it is. First person to get it right wins, just like we did before. We're going to do 5 practice ones and then hit you with a 3-fer for the final question. So let's get some practice in first. Like we said, fan art. The first fan art.
All right, let's go.
Let's see. How's everyone doing in the chat so far? Ed was kidnapped.
Oh, no.
Is Ed dead? We're going to have to put a life alert out to Ed. All right. Fan art. First one. Play it for a couple of seconds there. For those of you who have seen this movie.
Kevin King, right there.
Did we get one?
Yep.
Boom! The winner for this one right here, for those of you who may have not seen it, was a little movie from the 1990s that I don't even believe won any Oscars. It stars, as your boy Andy Dufresne in it, trying to escape from what is The Shawshank Redemption. I believe the winner to that one, as I check over here and verify it, we had a lot of people saying Tomb Raider, Mulan, Wonder Woman, Avatar, excuse me, but the one winner that we had, as I pull up over here, was Kevin King. Where'd you go, Kevin King?
Right here.
Do you have him? Well, I mean, he doesn't pull up for you. He's got to pull up for me. Kevin King, you are the winner right there. Boom, 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 boom. Shawshank Redemption. A lot of people, even afterwards, still going Tomb Raider. Some other people were able to say Shawshank, Tarzan. It is, in fact, right there, The Shawshank Redemption. If you have not seen that movie, that is definitely one to go in. For those of you who don't know, I had a whole pretty much year sophomore year that I watched a lot of movies that really got me into film. Shawshank was one of the ones on top of that list. It was before it became a cliche, the IMDb 250. Before
watch all the movies?
Yeah, before Letterboxd came and like stabbed it. It was a cool list for a couple of years, and I remember binging that list, and this was one of the ones on there. So there we go. We got our first winner right here with the fan art. We got a next one. All this fan art on top of that. I didn't put it in the description, but I do want to. All comes from Chong Kong Express. And he's got, I don't know the name of his website. He sells all of these posters, all these fan art posters. And he's got new ones as well for all the Oscar ones. So they're really cool. Definitely check them out. Time to move on to one of the next ones right here. You guys got that one. It was the Shawshank Redemption. For the next fan art. I'm prepping with it. Here we go. What is the name of the movie? This one even has a little quote for you right there. It might help out a bit. Meanwhile, people are complaining about how overrated Shawshank is. We got ourselves a winner again. Who is Kaiser Soze is an answer given to you at the end of The Usual Suspects. I would say one of the best written films of all time. Definitely has some issues in retrospect, depending on how you view, how you observe art, I suppose. Yep. But right here we have, once again, Felipe with Usual Suspects. A lot of people came up right after that. So at least a lot of people have seen Usual Suspects more than Tomb Raider. Sorry, Shawshank. But there we go. The Usual Suspects is the win for that one. Time to move on to the next one over here.
So this is our third.
The third one. We have ourselves a little typewriter. What could it be?
This little indie, you know?
Boom. It is the return of the one and only. For those of you who may have not seen this movie, another highly recommended one. It is, in fact, Stanley Kubrick's classic. Stanley Kubrick's classic, I said.
Chat's going
The Shining. Oh, everyone knew that one. Ooh, I like seeing that. Everyone saw the typewriter and knew exactly what it was. They said it ain't Trumbo. It is The Shining. That one goes to, can you guess?
Who is it?
Ed.
Ooh!
Literally, they were still they were still talking about Kaiser Soze, and then Ed. Oh man, there one right there, pulling it up over here just to verify it. Ed, in fact, did win that one. So I feel like right now it's Ed's playing, and so are Felipe. Oh, Pablo, I can't forget about Pablo. So far we've gotten 3 winners. But Ed did take that one, The Shining. A lot of other people came in back saying The Shining and The Shining and The Shining and The Shining and Room 237. Again, another one we highly recommend during this isolation binge.
Yes, we do.
So that is The Shining. We got a couple more to do before we get the prize one over here. So for the next one, we got some fan art.
The Shining is actually very fitting.
I know.
They're
a lot of these are.
Isolation.
They're isolated, yeah. All right, this next one, I feel a lot of people are going to get it. It may be the most immediate one. So let us begin. Who can guess the film? It's almost obvious.
Has to be.
And I said film. So I already know.
There it is.
Oh my gosh. I've never been so happy to see a different name in my life. It is, in fact, Christopher Nolan's Inception. I said, it is, in fact, Christopher Nolan's Inception. Obviously, there's a little bit of a delay right there. Hopefully, you guys are able to see it. I believe I'm like 10 seconds off, so when it sounds like I'm I know it's like a news reporter. Back to you at the studio. And then there's like a huge pause right there. But what there wasn't a pause for was my man's keyboard right here. First one to answer it right there as I pull it up. Oh, man, it went back. Yeah, it was Lucas. And like I said, this was the one people answered the most. Got a couple of Star Wars in there. But the first one to answer this one right here, as people were complaining about Ed, was Lucas with Inception. As you can see it right there. Leonardo DiCaprio's Inception. I still believe that there may be a connection with the next one that he's got coming up. Tenet. Some people have made those claims. They're like, hey, leave it to Nolan to do something like that, you know? All right, we got one more if I'm not mistaken. And then after that, it's time for the big one. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get booted in right here. Right? I also really appreciate how right as I'm talking, people do get on their keyboards, they get really quick. And someone had asked, why the slow mode? Well, first, that person wasn't saying anything I needed to hear. But two, for the game. So for this one right here, this last one before we get to the big final match, the fan art is of a little movie from back in the day, a little classic right there.
Classic.
Along with a quote. First one to guess it. As people are guessing this one.
Someone asked, does spelling matter?
No, I don't care about.
It has to be close enough.
It has, like, I don't want you to put, like.
Gibberish and then tell me it's the title.
Yeah. Like, for example, this is Do the Right Thing. If you write Scooby-Doo, I can't give it to you. So this one right here, for those of you who have also never seen a classic, Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee's joint. I believe the person who had got that one, as I scroll back up over here just to verify, we had a Sandlot, which is not a bad answer. Obviously because of the bat, E.T., but Anna Maria got it. Do the right thing. I can't even read the quote that's off of there. If some of you are able to read it, I know that it kind of diminishes up a bit.
Well, it says wake up. 1 second. The quote is, wake up, you wake up.
Fitting. So with that, Anna Maria, we've had a couple of different winners so far. Now it's time for the big one right here. You've seen how we play the game. For the final fan art question, we're going to do something a little bit even more different than the first one. I have 3 posters here, just like with the first one. You have to answer all 3. You have to answer all 3 in the same comment. If you try to separate it all, you will not win. You will also be giving the answers to other people.
Do they need to be in the same order?
I do not care if they're in the same order.
Alrighty. You heard him, folks.
It's so simple to win this game. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ed won the first one, right? No, Jacobo won this. Who won the first one?
For fan art?
Yeah.
Kevin King. He got Shawshank.
Kevin got... No. Who won the big one?
Oh, the big one. That was Pablo.
Pablo won the big one. So we got a second person coming in. It could be Pablo. It could be Ed. It could be anybody else who's watching right now. It could be... So, for the winner of the fan art, we got 3 posters. Name all 3 posters. I even tried to span it throughout the different decades, you know? Someone said Ray Shadow Legends. Yo, they should be happy. They're the ones who are really helping to give this out.
Yup.
I'm gonna laugh when the people who complained about it the most are the ones who are reaping the most benefits. We got 3 movies right here, all from different decades. Who will guess all 3 and become the winner? I'd say take home, but you're already home.
Remember, we need all answers all together.
Hey, that's fine. People who release the answers that are giving it to others. That's how the game works. Ruby, it is not Shrek 1, Shrek 2. It may be Shrek 3. I can't tell you that one. I need all three. And there we go.
You see it? No, not that one.
And our winner. For those of you who did not know, we got a little bit of ties over here. We got a donut hole. We got what looks like a psycho to give us. Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs, as you can see over here. They were all named after their color. All the individuals. Knives Out, Rian Johnson's Who Done It. That ends with, well, you know, a Knives Out. And one of the biggest donut hole references that I've probably heard quoted back the most. And then, of course, American Psycho. The winner for that one, as I verify right here. And I'm so happy that it's somebody else. We, again, like I said, we had Shrek, we had Shining, we had Knives Out. Some people were guessing them individually. Man, I feel so bad for Brown Boy 25. Was so close but said Sacred Deer.
So close.
Nick Yost with Reservoir Dogs, Knives Out, and American Psycho. The winner for this one.
Woo!
I sound like one of those late night hosts who cracks a joke, but there's no one there to clap for him. Oh, man. Yo, nothing has been funnier than this. And I have an update that we're editing to go up tomorrow, talking about how everyone's having trouble shifting over to the internet. But I think we're having a good time right here. I just need more sound effects and stuff, probably. But congratulations. We got 2 winners so far. Again, hit me up on Twitter. We're going to verify you back over there. But we got one last one right here, all right? And then we're going to head out. We're going to always try to do these on Friday for the rest of April. Try to do our Monday live streams be movies of the week that have come out. So, you know, we'll recommend you something on Monday. Show up on Friday. Probably win a VOD little gift card so that you can watch that with your family. As we're all saying inside right here. So, for the final one. And again, big shout out to everyone who's watching this live. If you're watching this in the future, I remember a lot of people used to watch CineClash later on. They would watch it at work or whatever it was. We're all at home right now. But if you are watching it later on, know that we do have a whole live stream playlist. On top of that, you could always join us live on Fridays, and you can also participate in here to try to win as well. All right. Movie trivia. As simple as it can be is our final one. This one's going to be fun. Everything has been vetted. As someone who's played several of these episodes before, trust me, every single question is down to the T.
Yep.
So we will begin with 5 questions, just like we did in the past, all leading up to the big one. I want to say this one's a 2-fer as well. Actually, no. The last one is kind of special. And whoever guesses that one also gets the 3rd VOD of today. So, hopefully you guys had fun with this one. Let's start the last round. For movie trivia, we have: what movie won the Oscar for Best Picture in 2014? So the ceremony from 2014. What won Best Picture? This is one we always argue about all the time.
It is.
Was it a 2013 movie, whatever else? But it's phrased there. What movie won the Oscar for Best Picture in the year of our Lord 2014?
Now, while they try to guess it, Hannah Lee did say it is Sunday, though, right? It is Sunday.
Well, oh yeah, it's Sunday today.
Don't get your days blended in.
Yeah, for those of you who follow the channel and see the community posts, we did give a little update there. But coming back over here, our first question in the trivia has been answered, and that is, what movie won the Oscar for Best Picture in 2014? Well, that's none other than one of the best movies that has won an Oscar, and that is 12 Years a Slave. We have a winner over here. As I go over there to verify it, some of the people had said Birdman, very close. That had won for 2014 at the ceremony held in 2015. King's Speech, Argo, Birdman. The one winner that we have, I believe you said you had it pulled up. Benjamin. Let me look for a Benjamin. Woo!
Right on top of Anna.
As I verify it right here, for 12 Years a Slave. It is, in fact, a Benjamin P. So Benjamin P. Hit us up on Twitter. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, don't hit us up on Twitter.
Not yet.
I mean, you can follow us on Twitter, but not yet. My bad. You're right. We're still on the first one. Time to move on to the second one. For the second movie trivia question, we have: Heather, Josh, and Mike are film students in what horror film? Heather, Josh, and Mike are students in what horror film? screenshot it.
Oh.
I will give a note here. Oh, and we got it right there. There is a big difference here. And this comes with just having to play the game. I was hoping this would have happened one of the earlier ones, but I figured it would have happened here. The answer is Heather, Josh, and Mike are film students in what horror film? Some of you guessed it. It is the Blair Witch Project. There's a big difference with this one, and that being the trick here. We had someone who was super close. We had
was very close.
Anna said Blair Witch, but Blair Witch is technically the follow-up. Not a good movie in my opinion in any way, shape, or form. But Blair Witch is the follow-up, meaning that the winner, the first person to accurately guess the Blair Witch Project is, if I'm not mistaken, verifying with you, Luis?
See this person? No. This is a person for me.
Bruno?
No, Mora Mr. Orange Jules. Did I read that right?
Let me see. Anna with the Blair Witch. Mr. Orange Jules. Confirmed right here. Blair Witch Project, the 1999 movie where everyone actually believed that these students, because they're named after themselves, were kidnapped and lost in the woods. And then it blew up. You can't do that nowadays, but I do have a theory on how you can do this. And I don't want to, I'm going to spoil it for only the people listening right now. Tell me right now that if we were doing a live stream and had it all pre-recorded as if it was an attack, people wouldn't buy for the first 30 minutes that it was a real story.
Yeah, it's like the people with World War Z, right?
In a sense, yeah. Well, people were listening in on the radio for War of the Worlds, yeah.
War of the Worlds.
But you can't pull that nowadays. Except on YouTube, if you build a trusting audience and then ruin all of their trust by doing a ploy. But think about it. We can all be the next Blair Witch Project. Don't spoil it. If anybody else takes that idea, you heard it here first. All right. That was Blair Witch teaching us that there is an importance in the titles right there. That is one of the big trickiest stuff when it comes to movie trivia, CineClash in general. But we move on forward with a couple more. The next one for movie trivia is... Who portrayed their own father in Alma Harrell's 2019 indie drama? The movie trivia. Who portrayed their own father in Alma Harrell's 2019 indie drama? One of our personal favorites.
It was.
It's almost like if you watch Let Me Explain, you have a heads up on this right here.
Oh, I got an answer.
We got a winner right there. And this one counts because I did not ask for the film. The film is, in fact, Honey Boy. Not playing in select theaters, but in the comfort of your own home on Amazon Prime. Starring Shia LaBeouf, who went to therapy, and while he was there, started writing in rehab the story of his father to vent out, and ended up, which I would say, with the help of Alma Harrell's directing, coming up with one of the most therapeutic movies of last year as he plays his father, and it is incredible. June? What's the kid's name? Noah June?
I believe
he was also fantastic. Yeah, I should know his name off the bat. But the winner to that one right here is a comeback. What we were asking for wasn't the full name. It was just the name of Shia LaBeouf. But I give it to Bob. Shia LaBeouf.
Congrats, Bob.
The winner right there. And again, if you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. Honey Boy, it's fantastic. Let's see. I believe we have just a couple more as I'm verifying it right here. 1, 2. Oh, I got 2 more, and then we get the final one. So hopefully you guys are having fun. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Coming up next, the movie trivia is... Which one of Martin Scorsese's films is based on the true story of Jordan Belfort? Which one of Marty Scorsese's films is based on the true story of Jordan Belfort? Noah Jupe was the actor. Appreciate it right there, Luis. Which one of Martin Scorsese's films is based on the true story of Jordan Belfort?
I will say this about Scorsese, though. He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. He definitely isn't. That's a good one.
I got an answer right there.
It is, in fact, Martin Scorsese's 2013 film.
Yes, sir.
The Wolf of Wall Street. And that one, I believe, goes to, as I search it up over here. Who'd you find?
I found Tom.
Who?
Tom. Poodle, under Maria and under Bob.
All right, let me look for him. I got Bob right here who gave me Wolf of Wall Street. Who'd you get?
Oh, do you accept Wolf of Wall? If you accept Wolf of Wall, then it is Bop Bop.
I mean, look, Anna's right there, and you gotta complete the name right there. I mean, this one isn't up for a prize, so I'm gonna speak to the producers right now. They said they could both have it, but it does need to be the complete name. I allow misspellings, not no spellings, Bob. And I like you because you got the last one. But we need full spellings on that bad boy right there because there could be another movie that's named right there. So just so you know right there.
So the winner?
Well, I mean, don't matter right there because there's no prize right there.
Sure.
For the next one, we got one more before we hit the movie trivia right there. The winner to bring home one more. We have... How many times has Jennifer Lawrence been nominated for an Academy Award? How many times? I don't need the movies, but if someone gives me the movies.
I mean, if you ask me how many times she tripped, I know it's one.
Is it?
I honestly could be more.
How many times has Jennifer Lawrence been nominated for an Academy Award? And we have it right there. For those of you who don't know, Jennifer Lawrence has actually been nominated 4 times for an Academy Award. She got nominated for Joy, American Hustle, Silver Linings Playbook, and Winter's Bone. But only one for one. That would be Silver Linings Playbook. But, and I left a little tidbit right here, the Golden Globes, they love her. They don't care if she trips. They've nominated her 4 times, but have awarded her that many times. Our winner right here for this one, since she got it correct, and I don't even think I was broadcasting that one right there, but I did ask the question, is in fact Anna Maria, as you saw right there. Anna Maria with 4. A lot of people saying 6 and 5. I don't think she got nominated for the Hunger Games, guys. 8! The winner right there is Maria for this one. And I believe this is the final one. I don't know if you guys were able to see what I was showing you guys over there about her wins with the Golden Globes and then the Academy Awards, as you can see right there. 4 nominations, 1 win for Silver Linings, and then 3 wins, 4 nominations when it comes to the Globes. That said, had a good time. It's down to the last one. I really do want to say thank you to everyone who's watched. Yes. We really appreciate it.
This is a lot of fun.
It is. I remember doing the show way back when. Being able to bring it back here and have you guys compete, I think is really cool. I do want to cut it up to 30 minutes, probably, some of the kinks here and there, add more music and stuff. But hey, it was a nice first round. So time for the last one. Like I said, with the rules, they go as follows. The first person to answer it right there. We already have our previous winners. If you can tell me what the names are to the previous winners.
Sure. For the first category of quotes, we have Pablo Perez.
All right.
For the fan art category, we have Nick Yost.
Isn't that a director?
He was. You got it right.
You got it right. No wonder.
And for movie trivia, to be determined.
Who will it be? Like I said, the previous winners, including this one right here, first person to answer it that comes out right there in the live chat has to answer the complete question. Spelling errors are okay, but it's got to be in the vicinity and it's got to be complete. The winner messages us on Twitter. Verify you right there. And we'll get you the third $20 VOD card. So then we'll see you guys next week. But here we go. The movie trivia. The final one goes as follows. What film won both the U.S. Grand Jury Prize and the Audience Award at this year's 2020 Sundance Film Festival? Let's go. And it's a great one at that.
It is.
One of the best films of the year that I hope you guys do have the chance to see. But who has the trivia knowledge to know the one film festival that got to be completed this year, along with Slam Dance? Ooh, what is that one right there?
Right there. Juan.
We have a winner. And the winner for the final one, for the movie trivia, for the re-dawning of CineClash. The movie trivia answer to what film won both the U.S. Grand Jury Prize and the Audience Award at this year's 2020 Film Festival is none other than Minari. One of the best movies out of this film festival. One of my favorites. And the winner right there, as I scroll back up to verify, someone who's been keeping up. And I wonder if you actually went to Sundance or if you were just keeping up with it. But the winner is Juan Sanchez, Minari.
Yes, sir.
Boom. Just like that.
And just like that.
And just like that, we have completed our first Bring bringing back of CineClash. I want to say the redawning and such, but it's been a blast. Honestly, we really appreciate it. For those of you guys who won, like I said, hit us up over on Twitter. For those of you guys who didn't win, for those of you guys who didn't catch it live, next Friday, we're going to want to do these. We're going to try to do these every Friday of April, depending on how it goes. I'll talk to the producer, see if we can get renewed. But we've also been able to score a couple of sponsorships for upcoming videos, which means more content for you guys, which allows us to be able to get you guys movies and stuff like that. And, you know, we know a lot of people are stuck at home, and we figured we used to have a lot of fun with this. We know a lot of people liked it, and we've been trying to bring it back in some way. I wasn't sure how the chat thing was going to work, but other than some glitches, I thought it was pretty fun, so I'm excited to bring it back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Take care.
Wash your hands.